Howdy! How I left everything behind to go traveling for 2 years, coming right up in this SpeakUp video. Hi, I'm Yang, I'm the speaker coach here at Speaking Volumes. Today is another SpeakUp video where I look at the defining moments in my life, what I've learned from them, and hopefully you can get something from them as well. So if you like these sort of videos, like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel. Today's a chart-breaking moment about travel. Chart-breaking in that it blew my expectations right out of the water around how long I could travel, where I could go, what I could experience. And it all began in 2013 when I was 25. I was working in the digital marketing agency that I partly owned, and I hated the work that I was doing. Every day it felt like I was going through mud. I was depressed and tired and exhausted. And this was my business. You can hate your own business. People do hate their own business, the work that they do. I was one of those people. You know, I ticked all the boxes of the perfect life. I had the girlfriend, I had the apartment, I had the business, so I had all the trappings of a great life. But I was not fulfilled inside. I was depressed, I was unhappy, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if I could just leave it all behind me and just go somewhere and just go traveling and just have some adventures and relax and enjoy myself. And I think back to when I was in Brisbane a year earlier when I had these vision boards, and one of them was about travel, and on there it said, I've been everywhere, man. And I was like, didn't really believe that was possible until it actually happened. That planted a seed in me of, hey, why not just have a list of the place I want to go? So I created a list in my Evernote of all the places that I want to visit, all the experiences that I want to have. And I thought, hey, let's just do 3 to 6 months, because that's kind of like a low risk trip, you know, not too long. It's not like 1 or 2 years or 3 years. It's like, yeah, 3 to 6 months, you know, we can do that. It's not too bad. And for someone like me, it was a big deal because I hadn't been anywhere else besides Bali in China. You know, I was born in China, went there maybe 4 or 5 times, and as most, you know, I was with family, so it was not really traveling. And then when I went to Bali, that was my first solo trip, and that was great. But it was a big thing for me to go to Europe for the first time, North America, South America. Hadn't been to those places, so it was a big gutsy move, especially when also I didn't have a plan of what I wanted to do when I came back. No idea. I had a financial cushion, that's imperative that I had that, but I didn't have a plan of, okay, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this business or this job. I didn't have a plan for what I was going to do. And so I had this idea of, okay, let's go to all these places. But then the big thing for me was I over-researched. I had this massive hiccup where I decided not to travel because I researched so much, looking at all these pictures, reading all the descriptions of all these places, and I knew so much about them that I decided not to travel. So if you do that, don't do it, because you'll end up not traveling at all. So I thought about this long and hard, and I thought, okay, after a few more months, I'm like, I am gonna do this. I am gonna do this because I'm gonna regret it if I don't. If I turn 40 or 50 years old and I don't do this, I'm gonna be like, I should have traveled when I was younger, because I'm 40, 50 now, I'm frail, and I can't have the spontaneous adventures like I can when I'm younger. So I might as well do it when I'm young. Now is the perfect time. So I decided to do it. I decided to go, and 6 months was my plan. And when I decided to do it, things just got into motion. There was so many things that I had to do, but things happened so quickly. It was a week before my trip, before I left, and I was like, I'm pinching myself, am I actually doing this trip? I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Walking to work, I'm like, am I actually doing this? I can't believe it. I had some spring in my step again. And the day I left, the 22nd of June, 2014, I was leaving for my trip, and I was still doing so much. I was selling furniture, moving furniture from my apartment on the very last day that I was leaving. Just still packing. I had 1 hour to pack, and yeah, it was leaving the business that I partly owned. I left everything not knowing whether I was going to get anything back from the business. I put money into the business, I was leaving it. The business was kind of dying, but at one point it was like really struggling. We had 6 employees at one time, and then we had 2, it was just 2 founders, myself and the other founder. The business was falling apart and we had to build it back up, and when I left it in a good space. So it was able to grow by itself again. But I didn't know if I was gonna get my money back so I left everything. And I was pinching myself on the plane thinking, am I actually doing this trip? Because this is awesome. I am so excited for this trip. I met these 2 guys on the plane and they were going to Europe for a few weeks, and I told them what I was doing. I was planning to go for a few months, and they were like, wow, that is so cool. So my plan ended up being 6 months, but I ended up traveling for 2 years and 1 month. So a lot longer than I expected. I went to 35 countries, to 6 continents. Amazing trip. Met so many people, amazing places that I visited, so many attractions, so much amazing food. Did 200 scuba dives, became a dive master. I just had this new identity that I was a traveler. I'm a world traveler. And I still pinch myself thinking, did I actually do that? Did I do this trip? Because, wow. And no one can take that away from me now. So one of the biggest lessons was have more fun, because I had a lot of fun. I need to schedule more fun in my life. I'm the sort of person who works and forgets to have fun. So where can you have more fun in life? And the spontaneous adventures, sometimes it's good to not have a plan. It's the spontaneous things that happen, like going to Iran, scuba diving in Raj Rampart, all those places I went to because I decided on the trip. I didn't actually plan on doing all of those things. You just start, get the ball rolling, and eventually you'll figure things out as you go. And that's the same thing with career and business. You might not know what you want to do in 5 or 10 years or 15 years time. You just get the ball rolling. Work out what you want to do in the next few months, in the next year. I didn't have a plan of what I wanted to do when I came back. And I wanted to do a few things, and I got the ball rolling, and eventually things started happening. And just live life with no regrets. You know, what are the biggest things that you want to do? What are the activities and fun things that you want to do? Do more of them, and do them more often and sooner. This life is short, so make sure you have fun in life and don't overwork yourself. And that's something that I need to remind myself as well. Have you ever decided to go on a long trip? Do you want to travel to places? Do you also have big dreams in you that you want to accomplish? Put them in the comments below. So we've got more of these Speak Up videos coming right up. We've got another one coming up tomorrow. I had a lot more energy. I felt more mentally clear. I felt more at peace. I felt my digestion was better. And I'll see you in another Speak Up video.